The Mets' 2020 season was an absolute failure. The fact that more than half the league made the playoffs and the Mets still managed to miss the playoffs is embarrassing. Luckily, the future is incredibly bright. Steve Cohen, Sandy Alderson, and Jared Porter have replaced the Wilpons, Brodie Van Wagenen, and the Mets' entire front office. It's an entirely new regime, but one big part of the Mets still has a job. Manager Luis Rojas very much disappointed, and the fans have already been called for his firing. So let's dive in and see if he can be a successful manager. Hey guys, welcome back to Big Apple Baseball Banter. This is Elias here. It's the start of a new series, the Shea What Mets video essays. We're kind of trying to diversify our content here, and the fact that a 1-minute video about me saying James McCann signed when he really didn't got over 200 views, and our podcasts haven't been doing all well. We're trying to, push more people to do the podcast, and I think we're just trying to work the YouTube algorithm a bit. But we're going to try to do some more shorter term stuff. I did some tier lists. I did some of the new stuff, and I think it would be cool to do this video essay series. So yeah, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the podcast. 585-622-4931. Call in, leave your questions, and check out our Instagram. So let's continue with the video. Rojas was put in an awful situation to succeed. He wasn't supposed to be the manager, for crying out loud. He was supposed to be the quality control coach. I honestly don't know what that means, I just know it relates to analytics. After Mickey Callaway's firing, the Mets hired Mets legend Carlos Beltran. I liked the hiring, but I was a bit concerned about having a first-year manager, but things were looking good. That was until Ken Rosenthal and Evan Drellich dropped an absolute bomb on The Athletic. The 2017 Houston Astros had been caught illegally stealing signs by using a camera to get the catcher's signs and relay them with a trash can. This news blew up even more when John Boy Media released a video of it. The commissioner's report came out, and 3 guys were specifically targeted: Astros manager AJ Hinch, Red Sox manager Alex Cora, and the newly hired Mets manager Carlos Beltran. Hinch and Astros GM Jeff Lunau were suspended and later fired. Alex Cora, who was the bench coach, mutually parted ways with the Red Sox, and Carlos Beltran, who had been a player for the 2017 Houston Astros, mutually parted ways with the Mets. The Mets had to go searching for a manager yet again. Weeks later, the Mets announced that quality control coach Luis Rojas would be taking over as manager, and to be honest, I was intrigued. Rojas had quite the relationship with the Mets' young core as their manager in the minors. Guys like Conforto, Alonso, Smith, Nimmo, and others spoke highly of their former manager, and even newcomers like Marcus Stroman spoke highly of him. I was really looking forward to him, and then disaster struck. Noah Syndergaard, who was going to be the Mets' 2 starter, went down with Tommy John surgery. This moved Michael Wacha, a low-risk, high-reward signing, signed to compete for the final spot with Rick Porcello and Steven Matz, had been inserted into the rotation. This made a rotation of DeGrom, Stroman, Matz, Porcello, and Wacha, a significantly weaker rotation. But it got worse. Stroman tore muscle in his calf and later opted out of the, how should I say this without screwing up the YouTube algorithm, the Roro season. The rotation was DeGrom, Matz, Porcello, Matz, and who knows, going into opening day. Prospect David Peterson became the 5th starter and made his debut in Boston. But it doesn't stop there. Matz, Porcello, and Wacha were awful, especially Matz and Wacha. This led the Mets to stretching out relievers Robert Gesellman and our best reliever Seth Lugo into starters. Gesellman was also terrible, and also injuries to Michael Wacha, Steven Matz, and others didn't help. Other guys like Corey Oswalt, Walker Lockett, and Ariel Jurado, yikes, had to also make starts. The rotation was an absolute disaster, and also the bullpen got weaker with Lugo in the rotation, and rough outings from Brad Brock, Dellin Betances, Jerry Familia, and Justin Wilson didn't help. Luckily, Edwin Diaz bounced back, but the bullpen wasn't good either, and our lineup stayed relatively healthy, but struggled at the beginning of the season with runners in scoring position. Now, most of this blame could be put on one person, not Rojas, Brodie Van Wagenen. This idiot couldn't build a roster to save his life, and there's also a lot of conspiracies of Brodie Van Wagenen interfering with in-game decisions in the lineup. Like, come on, man, you can't tell me that Rojas wanted Brian Dozier and Billy Hamilton starting games. In conclusion, Rojas hasn't been given a fair shot. Now, that still doesn't answer the question of if he can be successful, and to be honest, I still don't know. He needs a fair shot, and I'm leaning more on the side of him being successful. If it goes south, you need to move on immediately, but if he succeeds, I can see him the Mets manager for a long time. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Like I said before, please subscribe. If you subscribe, just comment that you did down below, and we'll give you a shout out. Also, check out our podcast. We're really trying to bring more viewers to that. Really just trying to grow the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed the first installment of the Shay What video essays. Comment any suggestions you have, and maybe Ben will do some Yankee-related stuff too. So yeah, guys, you know the drill. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment, all that podcast. You already know the drill. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next.